Oh, no.
Oh, no? Oh, okay.
Well, it's not fine, but I thought it was mine specifically.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, no, fuck it.
Oh, no.
No, these, don't worry, you're fine. These are mine.
Oh, thank God.
I've got two in
the
there,
boys,
I think.
but-
Oh, and mine.
I really thought I'd hit the Meteor District.
I think the line...
It doesn't... Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The other district on that line is kind of garbo, so...
Yeah.
I think the last time I was drinking
is, yeah.
this heavily in recent times was I was playing the Hamilton drinking game. Hamilton is in the popular Broadway musical.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So I was going to make up a Hamilton drinking game. So I'm interested. Was Aaron Burr saying? Sir?
I mean, there's a song called
drink?
Aaron Burr, sir. So
Yeah,
yes,
but it's
that song might kill you.
So the
No, yeah.
So
but Aaron Burr never says sir himself, right? It's Hamilton saying sir to Aaron Burr. That's not a confusing sentence.
This is some real.
So there was
shit going on
the
here.
woman who made the drinking game had the official drinking game rules. She had a timesheet and then she had a cheat sheet where the 3 documents necessary to run this drinking game.
Oh, wow.
By her calculation, there were 16 shots and 127 drinks over the course of the game, and it was savage.
What, spread out over how many people?
Oh no, like everyone
per
involved
person.
would have to do that. So instead of doing full liquor, we shot it like sewer, so it was like 20% shots, which was not,
Okay, yeah.
quite
yeah.
as savage.
But still, 127.
Yep, it was
That's
powerful.
horrible.
I mean, Hamilton is like 3 hours. So.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
That's not a.
Yeah, it's similar to
Even so,
Centurion,
in 3
which
hours.
is
Yeah,
rough.
if it's 20%, then yeah.
Centurion doesn't
Centurion's
sound like
pretty
it's
rough.
going to be
It's
that
like
bad,
3
but it
back-to-back
is.
Centurion.
Centurion is 1 shot of beer
Oh, yeah.
every minute for... Oh, I don't want to go here, really. Oh, well.
For 100 minutes, yeah.
That's a thing we should definitely do
100
when the Infamous Gentlemen eventually meet again in person.
It's
Yes,
surprisingly
yeah.
hard. Have you ever done one? Because it's beer, so it's not even that bad.
I've done
but
one,
it's
yeah.
just like
The stomach capacity.
it's something about the brutal clockwork regularity of it that
Yeah.
crushes your spirit. Fucking Christ! I'm edging
Yes.
towards this bang. This is bullshit.
I feel like...
And paying Yoshi on the way.
feel
Well, we
Sauce
tried.
is real.
The dragon missed it, but we tried a couple of weeks ago. 2 drinking games.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, the one that I wrote that was my automatic Avengers drinking game building machine.
This appealed to me so much.
It was
Right,
it was
actually,
so
hold on a
good.
sec. Right, I can
Yeah,
bring
bring
it
out-
up for
bring the
viewers right now
spreadsheet, yeah.
in real time.
This is
where
incredible.
it?
So before the
So,
Doctor brings us up,
projects,
we can verify, as the Dragon and myself, the Bard, who played this drinking game with him, the artistry, the craftsmanship that went into making this was astounding.
It was beautiful. It was the boy. So the boy was playing it, right? I saw the spreadsheet, but never,
Yes.
actually partook. Oh no, it wasn't even. Yeah, it was magnificent.
Where did I even put
Was
this?
an experience.
Yeah,
I
I-
plan to repeat.
Regrettably, the movie that we chose to watch for this drinking game was Iron Man 2, which wasn't great.
The worst
the-
of the
yeah.
Marvel films. Yeah,
I don't think it's the worst of the Marvel films, but it's certainly not great.
it's not
It's
good.
up there with Thor 2, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
I was deeply disappointed. It was me who chose the film that we watched for the drinking game, and I chose...
Well, we all put 2 into the pool, and then it selected yours because it hates us all.
I don't know whether the viewership, what they will see at this point, Doctor, but that's some lovely, lovely code you've got there that I don't understand.
It is.
I mean, yeah, this is literally my. Well, okay, this isn't literally my job, though. I did make it on company time, but this should run properly. That's fine.
Yeah.
Live code demonstrations always great.
Yeah.
There we go. So, here you have it. So you pick your Marvel films that you do or don't want to be involved in the process. Let's say, let's pick between Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Infinity War, The Avengers, Winter Soldier. Then pick how many small, medium, and large drinks you want to do. And then hit randomize, and it will say, hey, you're going to be doing the Winter Soldier. Take a small drink at this point, medium at these points, and large at that point. I'm surprisingly pleased with it.
Oh, yeah.
And it did me in.
Yeah,
Well, that
was
followed
rough.
by Ring of Zoom did me in.
Which is
It is a
apparently
thing. So they tell me. I don't remember a great deal of playing it for obvious reasons. I don't think I've told you the full story of reconstructing that evening's events.
I mean, no,
You
yeah.
have. Do you want to tell us now?
We were playing Ring of Zoom. As I understand it, I think I said I was going to go somewhere and disappeared and didn't come. Or maybe I may even have not said anything. The Bard and the boy can fill this in. But I just left spontaneously and didn't come back.
Yeah, and so maybe for like hangover style, set up. Like, so the first I heard about this not being on the thing was like, the sprite the next morning being like, the doctor is currently like sleeping on the floor because apparently it's cooler there. And
So yeah, I think we were playing Ring of Zoom, and then I left for some reason, but didn't say anything. Hence why I got some text from the bard saying, "Are you still alive?" At that point, all we know for sure is I went downstairs. I think I played with the kittens for a while because I had a lot of scratches on me the next morning, so I was probably interacting with them in some way. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's quite good.
Oh, yeah,
nice one.
don't mind if I do.
If you got
So
like,
I was probably playing with the cats quite a lot. We know for sure the next day we found there was a large, definitely taken manually, bite mark taken out of a block of cheese that was in the fridge. So I definitely got into the fridge, fancied some cheese and taken a bite out of it because there were big tooth marks in it. And then I think I came back upstairs, bafflingly went to bed, then got up, I think remembering that I'd left my computer in a Zoom call running, closed it down, fell asleep on the rug here, and regurgitated quite a lot of coke.
Oh no.
I can only go south. I don't want to go south.
Yeah, weirdly that thing is strangely monodirectional.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah. How much do you remember of Ring of Zoom, boy? More than me, I assume.
I remember the
not what I wanted.
the incident that we have just described. There's also the classic incident where it's like, okay, well he's left, and he's not back, and he's still not back. And we texted him.
Did I say anything before I left?
No, I think you just went. You just got up and was like, okay, he's gone for something. And
Yeah.
then we texted him and it was like, okay, well the doctor's not saying anything, so he's probably fine, right? I assume that means he's okay.
Hopefully you were able,
Anyway, that's all
hopefully
good.
you were able to adequately display the drinking game rules to the viewership, because that is
I
an
did,
incredible
yes.
bit of programming.
But it's not. It's like 100 lines. The issue isn't the programming. It's actually just the logic underlying it. Basically, every
Yeah.
film has basically every film has a set number of small, medium, and large drinks that go into the pool to come up, and then there's a number of rules which can apply to any film which pass them. So, for example, any film that Tony Stark is in is eligible for the rule drink whenever the word Stark is said or seen. So that can come up from the random pool for any film that has Tony Stark in it, or that criteria is met for. Unfortunately, in Iron Man 2, that's a particularly bad one. That like we'd be watching that film and just like every minute or so, someone would just go Stark, and we'd all drink.
Oh, damn it.
It went downhill rather quickly, and like the
did.
quality of the film itself was not brilliant.
Yeah, I feel
Not
like
good.
it helps.
No, it was not good. We'll discuss this further.
See, I wanted to watch like Black Panther or Doctor Strange or some of those,
Yeah.
but no, we got fucking that with what's he called? Who's the guy? Justin Hamo. That
Oh, yeah.
No, the guy who plays him. I can't remember.
Sam Rockwell.
That's it. Sam Rockwell and Mickey Rourke baffling me.
We'll discuss this further when the Doctor and I are recording another Lego series in the not too distant future. But we'll discuss the Marvel movies further.
By the not too distant future, you mean tomorrow? Oh no, Saturday.
Saturday.
Even. But yes. And I'm recording bloody Halo with the boy tomorrow. God, it's busy couple of days for me.
I could just buy this. I love having money.
Because the boy's never played Halo 2, and it's possibly the best Halo game of the series.
Oh, damn it.
I very much dispute that, but state your case.
What is the best Halo game of the series?
I mean, Halo Reach is the best Halo game of the series.
Halo Reach is excellent, to be fair.
I'll allow it, actually, yeah. I thought you were going to say Halo 1, and I was ready to smack a bitch. 'Cause Halo 1 is an important game. It's not a good game, though. It was good in 2001, but we played back through it recently, and it is grueling.
It is
It's also
hard
not
work.
It's not mechanically balanced at all, given that like
It's not there yet, really,
Yeah.
and like so much of that game is just an awful slog, and like so much. It's essentially the game.
Where am I?
South of the
bottom left
bank.
of the map.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go.
If you want to go to the bank, yeah, and then right. Fuck me, you're still gonna hold on to a couple of those bloody suits.
Yeah.
This is absurd.
You know what?
But yeah, like, oh, is he gonna knob someone over?
Not quite yet.
Yeah, one of the things we realised is, I assume it's probably by design because Halo, Circle, and all of that, but that game is literally, you do like 5 levels going out, and then you basically do the same 5 levels in reverse again. There's a lot fucking hell.
Wow.
I mean, I'm getting promoted.
I
But
mean, that didn't really count so
No,
much.
there was only one suit, really.
Yeah, you only actually got one there, but this is absurd, the amount of like suit yourselves and suits and shit you're sitting on.
I just don't have any property though, which is what I want.
Oh, shit ass.
Oh!
I got an option to not do that?
Thank you, please. Oh, come on!
No, I can't not. I reversed it, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, that's a big.
350 fucking dollars.
End of the line.
Oh, and I was so close to being back at the fucking bank! Ah! And yes, this is still from that club misdirection that I did.
For a bit of like tactics, what you could do is like you could sell stocks from that district and then plunge the district into poverty.
Yes, but that won't. If I sell all of those to crash the stock price, that will hurt you in the short term. But the reason I'm holding onto those stocks, good one. The reason I'm holding onto those stocks is to either prevent you from sprucing there, or for me to profit when you do spruce there.
Yeah.
And for that reason, actually binning them all then means you're unchallenged in that district, and that's worse.
I mean, it's all good to me, so...
That's the thing, yeah, obviously.
Because
I also just paid you 350 quid in cash, so you're alright,
See,
Jack.
all these like books I've been reading on geopolitics obviously helped my economic acumen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe you are just really fucking good at fortune street.
I don't think either of those things are true, but yeah, sure.
Do I want to sell a shop?
sell-
I know we've talked about not selling shops.
Oh,
Right, Amelia's gonna come and fucking
I know,
get you.
I'm so
tonight,
sorry.
Just so you know.
I love that alternately Amelia is a wise sage or Baba Yaga, depending on like what.
It's just depending on whether you wronged her or not. Yeah,
I mean, that is
the two and one are the same.
that is what Baba Yaga
She's
herself is
Old
like.
Testament God, but also New Testament God. And look at that, we're back to books of the Bible.
I know, yeah.
So hey guys,
Conversation's gone full
hey guys,
circle.
what is your favorite testament?
But yeah, back to the Halo point briefly. I will agree with you. Halo Reach is really good because it's basically the video game of Rogue One. No, it came out before Rogue One, but still, both are very good for basically the same reasons. And there's something really nice about a constrained plot where you know exactly how it goes. You're like, oh, none of these characters survive, obviously, and that's. And Reach is a really good story, and the gameplay is much smoother than even Halo 3. I would just say what Halo 2 has going for it is the story. I think Halo 2's story is much better than Halo 3 and Halo 1. 3's isn't great, actually, but...
Arguably, but 3 is like the Marvel crossovers. It's just like, it's a party in its own honor.
Yeah.
And
Whereas Halo 1, the story is interesting, but again, it suffers from the Halo effect of it's the worst possible medium. But
Well,
being told a story while trying to do the same fucking part of the same level over and over again and just fighting 50 Flood in a row.
you say it's an interesting story. It's like, hey, have you seen Alien? Because that's the story.
Fair.
Like even that, like, something. I mean, I love Alien. It's one of my favorite films. I love Aliens in particular. It's even a better film, arguably.
Oh, the Sprite's like that. She thinks Aliens are better.
I think Aliens is like I love both of
I
them.
don't think I've ever seen Aliens.
Ooh, Aliens is
I
maybe
get very confused on account of their very similar names.
One of them's plural, because it's the second one.
It's so bizarre. So Aliens was directed by James Cameron, a man who later would go on to direct Titanic, of all things.
Was that the order? Did Aliens come?
He made
before?
I mean, Titanic was like 98, so yeah.
Not immediately after, but James Cameron most famed for directing Aliens, the Terminator movies, and Titanic.
And Avatar,
Yeah,
obviously.
I had Avatar. Yeah.
The most famous film in the world that no one actually likes.
yeah.
Hey, I liked Avatar.
Sorry, most
Yeah,
successful
only one
film,
who
I
did.
should say. Yeah, that's the thing.
No,
it's
no,
like,
I liked it as well.
Okay,
yeah.
Avatar was incredibly financially successful because everyone watched it and was like, cool, and then completely forgot about it.
I just remember
Yeah.
loving Pocahontas, the sequel. Not even the sequel, the remake.
Space Pocahontas, also known as Avatar. Also known as Now I Have to Clarify when I'm talking about The Last Airbender, but not that film, The
Yes.
Last Airbender, either.
I know.
I
The
hear
awful
like, how do we all feel?
Shyamalan.
How do we all feel? Because there's a live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender coming. All of the original production crew were originally working
Except
on
it's
it.
not all of the original production crew, because the two main creators have stepped down from it, saying,
Yes.
we no longer agree with the vision it's going
Yeah,
for, which is
they
not
had
an
a-
encouraging thing to hear.
No, exactly. Especially since they. were the ones
Motherfucker,
that,
you're
like,
fourth level already. This is bullshit.
I mean, I have no property though. I don't think I'm going to win this game. I think I'm temporarily ahead.
You need to stop saying that. It's getting problematic.
That's I've got a lot of cash now. Let's invest some stocks.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you watch it yet, Bard, but Legend of Korra's on Netflix now.
I saw that. It's on my watch list. But again, there's
Absolutely
You
do
have
watch
to
it.
watch
I
it.
don't watch that.
There's so much though.
It's it is a.
We're
investment,
rewatching
but-
it at the moment. It's holding up really well.
Yeah, this is quite a controversial opinion, but I actually like horror better than Last
I
Airbender.
may do on a rewatch or two.
Well,
The
I
thing
think
was,
it's
it got me at the
different,
time because it was like, I want to see the Avatar kicking ass. I don't want to see Republic City and love triangles for 30
I know,
episodes.
so that side of it really annoys me, but I
And
enjoy
it's a
the,
real
like,
slow start. But pretty much every successive season of it ends up being better.
Yeah. Well, the main thing I like about it is the villains. Like,
Yes.
the villain of Last Airbender is, your classic kind of Darth Vader-esque, like, just standard
Except
evil
voiced
for
by
the
Luke
sake of evil.
Skywalker.
But so,
Yes.
it's
Ironically,
weird.
yeah.
Like, bizarrely that you called it a Darth Vader-esque villain.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I take your point.
super
He's
appropriate.
he's not like Ozai isn't really a character, whereas
No.
So
mean-
for me at least, Korra's villains all pass the I only wished test really
Yeah,
well.
exactly,
All of them
yeah.
have a really explainable I only wished thing, and they've just taken it slightly too far. But it's only the taking it too far that makes them a villain.
Yeah,
the actual
exactly.
concept that they believe in makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I really love about it.
Yeah. And some of them, like the third season villain, like Zahir is a horrifying
Oh,
villain.
yes! Yeah, he's so creepy and so great.
And Robin Williams' daughter in there, don't forget, as the fascist villain of season 4. Zelda
Oh,
Williams.
really?
Yeah.
No way.
She's, what's her name, Kuvera?
Yeah, Kavera, yeah.
Yeah.
My enduring criticism of Avatar: The Last Airbender is, like, as in just not Korra, just Avatar. And my enduring criticism is like the finale is trash. Let's face it. Compared to the,
You mean you don't like Dragon Ball Z laser fights?
I love Dragon Ball Z laser fights, but if I wanted to watch that, I would watch fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's not a very satisfying... I mean, I like the idea of, taking your man's bending away to make him weak and pathetic.
Yep.
Spoilers!
Yeah, I was going to say, I've not seen the finale yet.
Have you still not? Motherfucker,
I've been saving the
that's
finale.
your problem. Right, at this point, that came out in 2004, that's your problem.
Yep. So this makes it very difficult for me to make the
You can
point I
tell
was
it.
about to
Yeah,
make.
go, do it.
You're
I mean, the only reason he's watched all of it except for the finale because he doesn't want to have watched the finale.
That's perfectly fair, to be honest. Like, I didn't want it to end either, but there's a debate that takes place between... It's a lovely scene between Aang and all the previous iterations of the Avatar where they debate the ethics of a particular...
Doing a murder.
Well, I was going to keep it vague, but they debate the ethics of killing in order to save life further down the line. And Aang...
See, it's an interesting question because they talk literally the whole season they talk about defeating the Fire Lord, but then in the end he's like, does this mean I'm just gonna straight up shiv the Fire Lord and murder him? But is that what we mean by defeat?
But this is the very interesting point, is that the previous versions of the Avatar who all appear to Aang, they win the argument. They're much more logical, they're much more reasonable. They say in no uncertain terms that the moral and justifiable and reasonable thing to do is to kill the Fire Lord. And then later on, the episode cops out of the very conclusion that the episode argued itself into in the first instance.
Makes sense.
And it bothers me. It bothers me greatly, especially because it comes via an ability that Aang never had before from a character that we have never met prior to the finale, and it's all manner of
You mean
bullshit.
you don't like the lion turtle?
No, I don't like the lion turtle. That sentence should be self-explanatory.
There's a really cool episode with them in Legend of Korra, though.
Oh, yes,
that explains the origins.
Yes.
That's really good.
I love that episode, yeah, it's so good. It's
I
the
really
one
like that
to-
season as a whole, to the point where
Yeah.
I'm showing this to you guys, not to the audience, because they won't see this, but it is still my phone background.
Oh, yes.
Rather than Vatu.
Yeah, a lot of people hate on that season for some reasons, but
I liked it, if
really
only
liked
because it basically, I found the first season of Korra really stifling the fact that
Yeah.
you're just in Republic City in this
Yeah,
weird
same.
1950s setting for the whole time. It was nice to
Yeah.
actually get out of that and actually be like, oh yeah, remember this world that we spent 4 fucking seasons of Avatar building?
Yeah.
It's still really cool, turns out.
Exactly,
I don't have
yeah.
any shops where I actually have stocks. I don't, do I?
Anyway, circling way back, I would still be, despite the original creators bailing on it, I would still be interested to see a live
Don't get
action
me wrong, I'm still
version.
gonna
Yeah.
watch it, but I don't think it's gonna be like Shyamalan bad. But
Yeah, this is the problem. We know how bad it can be, right? That's what makes it scary.
I've made
But,
this point
yeah.
privately to the doctor, but I believe that martial arts things work better in an animated format, because when we see live actors on wires and doing the weird flying through the air, crouching tiger, hidden dragon sort of style, it's difficult to suspend your disbelief that a human
have you
being
seen
could do
Mulan?
that.
As in the recent live action Mulan?
No, I have a lot of moral issues with that
Yeah,
movie.
there's that as well. Because I mean, boy, you've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
A lot of the criticism I saw about that film is just it's a not very it's a decent martial arts film, but there are much better martial arts films.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Well, I mean, the moral stuff aside, and clearly that's an important bit, but the actual content of the film, I mean, I watched it with the dragon, so I don't know what
Yeah.
you're thinking.
Oh, I didn't know you both watched it. Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, they kind of they had this really good arc about someone who, the original Milan was this really good arc about someone who, was determined to learn to be something else, to I don't know, like save China and to do what they wanted. And this whole story was about this person who was already like a martial arts witch, and she was like doing backflips and was like, there was nothing about learning. There was no character growth. She was just already amazing at martial arts just cause.
Yeah, it's like when superhero films don't have them learning to use their powers thing, which is always the most interesting part for me of any superhero film.
Yeah,
is when they first figure out what they can do and more importantly what they can't. Also, I think I've just landed on your thing, Bard. No, I haven't actually. But that would have been fucking hilarious if I landed on it while you were asleep.
I am asleep.
Optionally asleep, no less.
I mean, yeah.
I'm nearly back at the bank though, so that's cool.
Only a few turns later.
It's only taken 45 minutes. 2 episodes.
What is our target for this exactly?
20,000.
Oh, well, that's going to take a while. Anyway,
You'd think so again, but remember the logistic distribution.
Yeah.
I do. Like, it goes
Exponential.
Up, exponential growth. Regardless of this stage viewership, to give you a clear call to action and to get you engaged with the infamous gentleman's YouTube content, tell us in the comments, based on how we're all doing just now, who do you think the ultimate victor of the series will be? Not even we know at this stage. Please do post up and tell us who's going to win.
Ooh.